No one talks about that. The LA Times named one part in her district one of the most horrible places to be in, actually. You have a 55% chance of a crime being committed against you in Westmont. They named it Death Alley. If that tells you everything. Maxine Waters is not concerned about the people here. She's concerned about her pockets. She's not concerned about her constituents. She's concerned about serving herself and her family. You know, we need people who are going to do something, who are going to take care of the people here in the district. When I go door to door and I talk to people, people are just fed up and tired of Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters says that she has millennial support. She has no millennial supporting her here. She's running against a millennial. So, I mean, that tells you a lot.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
My past, my calling, my name is Maxine. I grew up a black woman in a racist, sexist city, but despite the odds being against me, I made it. I have a right to my anger. I call it rebellion.
The disproportionate numbers of black males that are in prisons around this country are in prisons because they don't have the wealth by which to get fancy lawyers who will go
Actually, Hillary wrote the laws and called them animals, lady.
provide justice for them as white folks can do in America.
This is punishment. This is being very harsh on the most vulnerable people in our society, to include liquor stores in this group of stores that you would not like.
Listen to this in a minute. Turn his mic on, guys.
Welfare recipients use.
Waters has been charged with ethics.
She says, I hate it. They're waving American flags. They're happy. Wait a minute. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
No, I mean, this is remarkable. You have, you know, women like her, and you've got the Congressional Black Caucus sitting there refusing to applaud for Trump.
Listen to this part. Listen to this part.
Behavior by the Tea Party operation in Washington, D.C. And I think that speaks volumes about what's causing problems in Washington,
What exactly outlandish behavior? Specifically, what do you mean by
The
that?
shouting, the Republicans were out there having a great time. They were laughing, they were egging them on, and I thought that was...
The only reason I interrupted you is she did this again last week where she said it makes her upset to hear Make America Great Again.
No, but she specifically...
That's enough for her for now. It's a 10-minute long. It's called Mad Maxine. Darren McBrain did it. It's excellent. Go ahead. Sorry.
Specifically, she was asked what outlandish behavior, and her response is, people having a good time, laughing, waving American flags, and these people wonder why they're out of touch with the electorate.
And you said that earlier. They're crazy. They're crazy.
And it's like, your president, Bill, signed the crime bill in. His wife called them super predators. The single thing since slavery that did the most
tripled,
to destroy the black family was the crime bill, incarcerating every other black dad in the country for these stupid minor drugs.
What, it went from like 30% of black males end up having a felony background to like 80% after that. And she knows full well.
And still it's the...
By the way, who was it? Libertarians like me trying to get rid of that.
And it's the Republicans' fault for being happy and waving flags. By the way, before we move on, because I know we have...
Yeah, finish your point. We're gonna,
we have an interview. The last thing to say about this crazy HIV California situation, not only...
well, recap. Some people just joined us.
Okay. So, first of all, they decriminalize the deliberate infection of another person with the HIV virus. So they take it away. It's no longer a felony. Now it's just a misdemeanor. It's like getting a parking ticket.
That happened last year.
And this is effectively killing someone slowly. Now no longer a federal crime. Fast forward 6 months to May of this year, and STDs in LA County are skyrocketing. Officials who were responsible, presumably, for bringing in this crazy policy in the first place now say, oh, it's racism and stigma that are responsible. In other words, we've just created a health crisis and found a way to blame Republicans for it. And not only that, but if you really want to just see a perfect illustration of the gap between what liberals say that they want and what they actually do, who do you think gets affected the most in these situations where random unprotected sex is encouraged by the law, is permitted by social codes and all the rest of it? It's minorities. It is blacks and Hispanics who are experiencing the most dramatic increases in gonorrhea, in all these other totally.
And the numbers are all there,
diseases.
and it's like, oh, we legalize all this, it explodes.
But it's like,
and then we
legalized it, and now it's going up because Republicans are racist. I mean, it is as stupid as it sounds. It really is as.
But let me ask you this, because Governor Brown thought he saw flying saucers 30 years ago. What is up with the left? Because they really are.
It was Maxine.
It's like a party of crazy people. Let me ask.
He did see flying saucers. It was Maxine Waters arriving on this planet. She covered her from her native galaxy.
James Brown is a planet. Everybody looks like James Brown. James Brown. Remember they called, was it Donald Trump Jr. or something they called racist for saying, or was it, no, it was Bill O'Reilly saying she looks like James Brown. She does, man. We can make fun of her if we want.
Oh, dear.
I love the fact it's all over the newspapers and I'm calling her a mad dog.
Get on up.
Oh, here we go. Absolutely. Can we come back in next segment from Rocky 3 or whatever, Living in America?
Yes, I think we can.
Just come in with like the finale.
Just to upset Maxine, because she seems to be very.
Well, you know, she lives a double life as a Hollywood star. And as James Brown. Who knew that James Brown was transsexual? And that really...
And a member of Congress.
Well, they say I'm Bill Gates.
Do they?
I mean, Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks.
I am actually Bill Gates. But anyways, I identify as Bill Gates.
Oh,
that means I get his fortune.
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You should remove...
I identify as a medical doctor. I'm going to start giving free sex changes. And South by Southwest is paying for it. Hey, seriously, a great guest. We get in all the time. Love having him on. Omar Navarro, OmarNavarro.com, an amazing patriot. I won't go over his whole background, but he goes out with mariachi bands in front of her multi-million-dollar homes, where she doesn't even live. So it's pure gold. And he joins us, Omar Navarro, OmarNavarro.com, on Twitter, @RealOmarNavarro. Omar, we salute you, my friend. We wanted to get you on about her latest exploits and how the race is going against James Brown.
Well, one of the things, if we're talking about crime, no one talks about that the LA Times named one part in her district one of the most horrible places to be in, actually. You have a 55% chance of a crime being committed against you in Westmont. They named it Death Alley, if that tells you everything. Maxine Waters is not concerned about the people here. She's concerned about her pockets. She's not concerned about her constituents. She's concerned about serving herself and her family. You know, we need people who are going to do something, who are going to take care of the people here in the district. When I go door to door and I talk to people, people are just fed up and tired of Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters says that she has millennial support. She has no millennial supporting her here. She's running against a millennial. So, I mean, that tells you a lot.
Well, I know that despite the fact she has hundreds of millions of dollars and is a known swindler, one of the most corrupt people in Congress on record, you are within striking distance. How do we help you get elected?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can help. They can go to my campaign office. They can make phone calls. They can walk door to door. They can donate to the campaign at OmarNavarro.com. That helps out a lot. They can be from any state. Anybody here who's just fed up with Maxine Waters, who wants her out of there. So, I mean, this person's unhinged. She's constantly trying to impeach the president of the United States with no basis at all.
Now, wait, she said she's offended by Make America Great Again. That's her basis. She's given us a basis, which is totally insane. As much as I want to get you in Congress, man, she's entertaining.
No, I mean, Omar, you seem like a perfectly nice guy, but I'm not sure that we can do this to America. I'm not sure we can remove her from the world stage. I think I'm going to have to go out and campaign for her. I'm so sorry.
Well, look at this. You know, at the end of the day, we have to get her out of there. She is nuts.
No, you're right. It's the right thing to do. And like, you know her well. Omar, am I right that she's getting crazier?
She's gotten crazier as time goes by. I mean, every time I see her, she's always constantly saying something outrageous on TV. And I think she does it because she thinks that she's going to get reelected by being crazy. And at the end of the day, the people here in this district are seeing what she's saying, and they think it's absurd. And they don't want someone like that representing them here. The majority of the district here and the demographics of the district are 54% of them are Hispanic Latinos. A lot of the Hispanic Latinos don't like Maxine Waters. They think Maxine Waters is out of it. They think that she is not representing them. They think that she is representing her own interests. She's living in a mansion in Hancock Park. She is not living in the district where I announced my campaign with a mariachi band. I mean, so I think we should pay a visit back to Maxine Waters' house with a mariachi band, but this time bring a taco truck in front of it. Maybe we should do it on June 2nd or something like that.
I totally agree, and I want to cover it live, Omar. When we come back, though, let's talk about the exodus out of your amazing state, California, because of the high taxes, the regulation, the hepatitis all over the streets, the piles of human feces everywhere. And it's true. We've sent reporters. It's like Mexico City's worst areas look better than L.A. Open sewage running down the street, and like weirdo Democrats, always like demons squatting over the fetid open sewers. We'll be right back with Omar Navarro. Stay with us. But here's another word from Maxine Waters.
I want you to know that I am more offended as an African-American woman than you will ever be. And this business about making America great again, it is your president that's dividing this country. And don't talk to me about the fact that we don't understand what happens on the automobile. No, I will not yield. No, I will not yield.
Okay.
Don't tell me that we don't understand. That's the attitude that's been given toward women time and time again.
The gentlelady will suspend. The chair wishes
I like the blue nail polish.
They are to address.
Oh, she's sassy. She's fashionable. She's fabulous. The problem is she's completely mental.
Well, did you hear?
And so I shall.
She says, I take offense at Make America Great Again. And I went back and watched the guy's speech. It's like whites and blacks and Hispanics working together in an American dream on the floor of the Ford dealership. There's not racism. We're a team.
That's the Democrat nightmare. The one thing they don't want is everybody working in happy harmony.
Let's go back to Omar Navarro running for Congress against Maxine Waters. Go ahead, sir.
The Democrats, and what they do is they separate people by class, by age, by race. They don't bring people together. What Make America Great Again does, it brings people together in unity. And what she's saying that Donald Trump is separating people, dividing people, is not true at all. What she's doing is dividing people, separating people. Because in my district, there's a lot of crime. She's passed only 3 bills in 30 years. I mean,
Omar, let me ask you, because I just, I'm a student of the hierarchy of privilege, of the oppression league tables. Now, you, of course, Hispanic. Maxine Waters, James, is black. Have you been accused of being a racist for running against a black woman in your district? And do you just respond in Spanish?
James Brown is not a woman.
Milo, that's great. Actually, I do respond in Spanish, by the way.
Don't you think it's racially insensitive to run against Maxine? You should just respond in fluent Spanish just to mess with them.
and I do that, actually. And a lot of people are like, what's going on? I had a fundraiser at a park in Lomita Park. This was 6 months ago, and they labeled my event a white supremacist event, KKK rally, and they expected to see the Klan there with the white hoods and everything. And guess what? They didn't see that.
They saw a mariachi band, didn't they? And you.
Is, Hola, ¿cómo están todos?
Yeah, but you were also telling me about you're Cuban, so they say that doesn't count for Hispanic.
No, Cubans generally vote Republicans, so they hate the Cubans. The Cubans are worse than white people. Tell
us about that.
What's the Spanish equivalent of an Uncle Tom? What do they call you?
There's a lot of names. They call you vendido, traitor. They call you cracker, coconut. All these names. I mean, they have names. I mean, they have a lot of names in the book.
Oh.
All I want is free market. I don't care what color you are.
No, but they don't believe you. They don't believe you because the free market is racist. It is an expression of cishet white patriarchal oppression.
But they got to like you, though. Well, what does the left do about your Mexican half, then?
I mean, they don't want to mention it. I mean, they want to get away from it. They don't want to mention that I'm half Mexican. By the way, 54% of my district is Hispanic Latino. About 48% of it is of Mexican descent. So that's one thing they really don't want to talk about because they are threatened. I mean, in the first time in 30 years, Maxine Waters has a campaign office in the district. I just drove by it and I saw it and I was like, wow. I was like, she actually is trying to campaign actively now. But, she's too late in the game. I mean, I've already done this for over a year. I've been busy. I've been walking door to door. I've been with all the volunteers I have. We have over 40.
Do Hispanics notice, too, how many Hispanics are in real power positions now under Trump? I mean, more than Democrats ever did, and how many women are in real power positions?
Of course.
All the stuff
or gay men.
All the stuff you think. Look at Richard Grenell, the U.S. ambassador to Germany, that, they would not confirm, they would not confirm, they would not confirm. Trump appointed an out and proud gay guy as the U.S.'s ambassador to Germany, one of the most important diplomatic positions imaginable. And both, Senates and, both Republicans and Democrats are dragging their feet over that one. Mitch McConnell wouldn't pull us, whatever. But
Trump isn't doing it as what color you are. He's doing it on people that can do the good job.
Right. And everything you think about America is not true. Like, I went down to the border recently. I had a tour of the wall prototypes from some guys I know in ICE, and you meet like the Border Patrol agents. It's like 70% Hispanic. They hate the illegal immigrants because they had to get here the right way, go through the motions, fill out the forms, pay their dues, wait.
Well, they also know Mexico has a big wall and gives you 6 months hard labor. And then, Omar, are people starting to wake up? Because I want to talk about the exodus out of California. California's a gorgeous state. The area you're in, though, is like a bowl of radioactive, you know, just all the smog, everything. I mean, and then people are exiting. The producers are exiting. What's going to happen to California if we don't get people like you elected?
Not only that, Toyota's also left California. They've gone to Texas. They've gone there because of better economic opportunities. We have to make sure that we're bringing back jobs here into our district, into the state of California.
And by the way, I'd love California to cut taxes and take jobs from us. All I want's a good country. I'm not against California.
It's a huge economy. It's basically a country in its own right. Everyone has a vested interest in California doing well.
Sure.
It's just not going.
So Omar, I'll keep interrupting because you're bringing up great points. I mean, what else should people know?
We really have to flip the state around. That's what it comes down to. If we're all energetic and excited about changing the state, we have to make sure that we're going out and talking to people. But when it comes down to it, it's just going door to door talking to voters. You're not going to change someone's mind by just sending a mail, by going through just social media. You have to go personal. You have to go door to door. You have to talk to them.
Have any of the people's doors you've gone to, and I'm not making this to be virtue signaling, I would guess it's probably white liberals that are most aggressive towards you, because in my own life, that's who it is.
I 100% agree with you, Alex. Most of the time when I get knock doors, the white liberals, yes, they're the most aggressive towards me. They'll slam the doors at me. They'll try to chase me after property. I mean, I've had that one time already. I have to call the police.
And see, they've taken one form of entitlement and placed it for another.
I think you should just crouch and start yelling like in Spanish and begging for mercy, and just have the footage of this like white liberal like looming over a Hispanic candidate who's kind of like begging for mercy.
So Omar, how do the entitled white people act? I mean,
they automatically assume that I have to vote Democrat, that I have to be anti-Trump, that I have to follow all these.
So their whole worldview is totally stereotypical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's ignorance. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it comes up, how can you support Trump? I was like, well, I support him because he's a businessman. He supports America. He wants to put Americans first. He wants to protect our border. He's like, well, if by him building the wall, that's discriminating against people that want to come into the country. No, it's discriminating against legal citizens, because there are people who go through a line, that go through a process. It takes a lot of time. Like my family, took 10 years.
Your greatest handicap, of course.
We should make it easier for the good people, no matter what color they are, to get in. But the Democrats want a permanent underclass.
You see, your problem, Omar, your greatest handicap is that you're in the country illegally. Because if you didn't have papers, you could probably you could probably steam ahead of Maxine.
I agree. You're going to keep hosting with us when Roger Stone pops in.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you doing this marathon with us. Again, Milo Yiannopoulos, dangerous.com. In closing, Omar, you got to come back very, very soon. I know in some of the polls you're neck and neck with her. Other fake polls you're 10 points behind. But all I know is, I mean, you got a good chance at winning, my friend.
I mean, we're doing a lot of great things, Alex. I mean, we have over 1,200 signs up in the district. We have 40 bus benches. We're getting out there. We're going door to door. We've just sent out a mailer to over 100,000 people in the district. We're doing a lot of great things right now, and it's just going forward every day. So, I mean, we're going past June and then going to November after this.
Well, I think you're going to win. But even if you don't, you win by taking action. And all the millions you've educated, you've been all over national TV, local TV, and you're building your name. And one way or another, she needs to get indicted. I mean, man, all the corruption she's been involved. Don't locals know how she gives her husband, what is it, $40 million or something?
I mean, if someone walks into politics wealthy, broke, and then they walk out wealthy, I mean, that person's a crook.
I forget. It's like 20 million here, 30 million there. How many millions has she given her husband's bank?
She's bailed. Well, when her husband held an interest in that bank, and when they got the bailout, he got about $15 million, something around there.
Wow.
That's
Yeah, I mean, I know she's listed as the most corrupt member of Congress to never be indicted.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, and her grandson had a felony dropped down to a misdemeanor for bribery.
So it runs in the family, these kinds of financially related dodgy dealings.
Not only that, the daughter took about close to $1 million in direct mail. And to be honest with you, I looked up some of the charges, $30,000 in consulting on the FEC report.
By the way, I don't care if it's a white guy, Hispanic guy, or black guy, or an Asian woman. I want to just have a patriot who's pro-America and pro-free market. We know it works. So I'm for Omar, not because of what color he is. But he's, oh, well, does black Trump, you know, light brown? Well, then I'm light brown. I guess I get Trump by Maxine, too. This is insane.
I've been to the tanning salon 3 times this month. It's making me less culpable by the day.
Absolutely. Well, I got a little bit of a Native American. That's why I get good tans.
Really?
Hey, Omar, you're awesome. We love you, brother. Omar Navarro for Congress against Mad Maxine, OmarNavarro.com.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
I have not called for impeachment. Impeach 45!
The president is a liar, his actions are contemptible, and I'm going to fight every day until he's impeached.
I have not called for the impeachment yet. I say it over and over again, impeachment, impeachment, impeachment.
And I will fight every day until he is impeached. Impeach 45! Impeach 45!
Should we wait to call for impeachment until we have the answers to that question? Or some of the questions?
I have not called for impeachment.
You said I'm going to fight every day until he's impeached. That's what you tweeted.
You know people don't like to hear the word impeachment, but we know you like saying it.
He lies every day. He's in bed with Putin and the Russians about oil, and everybody around him are allies with the Kremlin and with the oligarchs of Russia. They're going to take us down.
This is extraordinary. This woman is delusional.
Grabbing a woman's pussy, which I don't think he ever did.
He said it.
I go back to...
What grown man talks like that?
I go back to President Clinton.
I don't care about Clinton.
Well, of course
I care about this. Listen, I'm going to work every day until I get him impeached. I really do believe that much of what you saw coming out of Trump's mouth was a play from Putin's playbook. I think that when you saw him absolutely calling Hillary crooked Hillary, lock her up, all of that was developed. I think that was developed strategically with people from the Kremlin, with Putin.
You obviously have been very critical of James Comey in the past. You said that he had no credibility. I assume that you support the president's decision then to fire his FBI director.
No, I do not necessarily. The FBI director has no credibility.
But if you said that FBI Director James Comey had no credibility, wouldn't you support the fact that the president, then candidate Trump, now President Trump, made the decision to get rid of him?
No, not necessarily.
If Hillary Clinton had won the White House, would you have recommended that she fire FBI Director James Comey?
Well, let me tell you something. If she had won the White House, I believe that given what he did to her and what he tried to do, she should have fired him. Yes, the FBI director has no credibility. We want a diplomatic solution. We do not want war in North Korea, in Aleppo. And the fact that he is wrapping his arms around Putin while Putin is continuing to advance into Korea, North Korea, North Korea at all.
Those goddamn North Koreans.
They are some sneaky bastards.
Stop it.
Fueling your body is hard work. That's why we've introduced the InfoWars Life Daily Digestive Pack to help you fuel it right. Combine Flora Life Everyday Maintenance and Carnivore to help you fuel your gut and body and take advantage of the powerful nutrients you receive. There's no better way to power your body. Flora Life is a powerful probiotic supplement with 20 of the most potent clinically studied probiotic strains. When paired with Carnivore, our incredible enzyme formula that helps you break down nutrients, these formulas fuel your gut and your body to help you fight toxins and stay fueled all day. These incredible formulas can help keep your body in tip-top shape in the fight against stress, age, and outside toxins. There's no better time to try Flora Life and Carnivore to see how well they can support your body. Don't miss out on the chance to fuel your body and support recovery. Try the InfoWars Life Daily Digestive Pack today.